In a landscape dominated by capes and superpowers, the biggest superhero movie flops of 2023 have emerged as poignant case studies. These missteps, despite their heroic ambitions, offer valuable insights for both Marvel and DC, presenting an opportunity to learn, adapt, and evolve in the ever-evolving world of cinematic superheroes. From misguided narratives to mismanagement, here are 10 crucial lessons these flops offer as cautionary tales and potential guides for the future of superhero cinema. But before moving forward, don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button for more upcoming videos like this. So let's start our video with the 10th lesson: fans can't have too much homework. Audiences have been remarkably adept at navigating multiple cinematic universes, gracefully embracing the intricate web of interconnected storylines within Marvel and DC. However, as 2023 unfolds, the strain on pop culture memory has reached a critical juncture. The Marvel's ensemble draws heavily from characters introduced in Disney Plus series, while The Flash demands a recollection of events from Man of Steel, a film a decade old. It's evident that both franchises must reconsider the volume and timeline of assumed fan familiarity, recognizing the need for a more considerate approach in preparing audiences for future narrative arcs. And the 9th lesson to learn is, audiences won't accept mediocre CGI. Superhero movies heavily rely on special effects to bring their extraordinary powers and distinctive settings to life. Yet, the MCU and DCEU have pushed the boundaries, at times rushing digital effects in films like Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania and The Flash, resulting in sterile CGI environments reminiscent of the Star Wars prequels. In contrast, looking back at how impressively the special effects in movies such as the Pirates of the Caribbean trilogy have stood the test of time over a decade. Both franchises must prioritize improving their SFX quality control to regain audience trust and admiration. And the 8th lesson to learn is hit or miss. Stories involving parallel universes have captivated audiences, evident in the success of films like Everything Everywhere All at Once at the Academy Awards and the enduring popularity of Rick and Morty, now thriving into its 7th season. Within the realm of superhero movies, the embrace of the multiverse trend has yielded varied results. While triumphs like Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse and No Way Home showcased its potential, The Flash stumbled in its attempt to navigate the multiverse concept. Marvel and DC should approach their continued exploration within this densely populated subgenre cautiously, mindful of its complexities and potential pitfalls. And the 7th lesson is, movies shouldn't exist just to set up other movies. The allure of shared cinematic universes lies in their capacity for expansive, serialized storytelling akin to a TV series spread across multiple movies. However, both Marvel and DC should prioritize ensuring that each standalone installment possesses its own intrinsic value beyond merely setting the stage for future narratives. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania faced criticism for feeling more like a teaser for Kang's imminent arrival in the MCU, while The Flash's convoluted conclusion reduced the entire film to a mere vehicle for a DC Cinematic Universe reboot, overshadowing its individual merit. And the 6th lesson to learn is accurate marketing. The landscape of blockbuster movie advertising in 2023 faced significant challenges due to the extensive SAG-AFTRA strikes, resulting in severe limitations for Marvel and DC in promoting their major releases. However, beyond this hurdle, both franchises struggled to accurately represent their flagship films. Zachary Levi, star of Shazam: Fury of the Gods, expressed disappointment on social media, citing the film's marketing failure in conveying its family-friendly essence to audiences. In contrast, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania's trailers projected a grandiose tone that obscured the movie's comedic and playful nature. And the 5th lesson is bad optics with big names. Given the significant reliance of superhero movies on their cast, Marvel and DC ought to exercise greater caution in their selection process for leading roles. it's imperative to avoid tethering an entire franchise to a single performer whose reputation might be precarious. DC's handling of the controversy surrounding Ezra Miller ahead of The Flash's release left many fans disenchanted, potentially impacting the film's box office reception. Similarly, Marvel faced a parallel situation with Jonathan Majors, underscoring the importance of swiftly addressing challenges as the franchise lost its pivotal antagonist. Both instances serve as valuable learning experiences for these cinematic universes moving forward. And the lesson number 4 is, sequels won't automatically do well. The year 2023 served as a stark reminder for both the MCU and DCU. Successful predecessors don't guarantee triumphs for their sequels. Despite Shazam's strong performance within the DCU, Shazam! Fury of the Gods failed to meet the lofty standards set by its predecessor. Similarly, Captain Marvel's initial solo outing stood tall as one of the MCU's top earners, surpassing the billion-dollar mark, only for its sequel to emerge as the franchise's most significant disappointment. This underscores the realization that merely carrying forward the name of a box office hit doesn't guarantee a replication of its success, especially in the realm of superhero movies. And the third lesson to learn is streaming revenue. The advent of streaming has significantly reshaped the cinematic domain, notably impacting superhero films by sidelining families who prefer waiting for streaming premieres rather than heading to theaters. Recently, superhero movies have found themselves in a peculiar zone of quality, being enticing enough for a streaming release but lacking the appeal to draw audiences to cinema screens. Marvel and DC faced the challenge of addressing this issue, whether by extending the window before home releases or by elevating the overall quality of their films. Finding a solution for fans who opt to wait for streaming releases will be imperative for both franchises moving forward. And the second lesson is superhero fatigue. Pre-mid-thousands, finding top-notch superhero movies was a rarity, leading the way for the MCU's revolutionary shared universe of high-quality, big-budget films. However, the deluge of comic-inspired content flooding the media landscape throughout the 2010s and beyond has started to fatigue audiences, causing a decline in interest toward the superhero genre. Marvel and DC seem to have recognized this trend with their restricted release schedules for 2024, indicating a deliberate shift. Allowing space and time between releases appears to be a strategic move, aiming to rekindle audience excitement by giving them a breather from the saturation of superhero content. And the last lesson superhero movies can learn is, there's still definitely a market for the superhero genre. Despite the prevailing narrative of Marvel and DC facing setbacks in their cinematic endeavors this year, suggesting the superhero genre's decline, the reality speaks otherwise. Amazon Prime's original series, namely Invincible and The Boys, both adapted from comics, stand as towering successes. Moreover, 2023 witnessed the triumphant release of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse and Guardians of the Galaxy 3 in theaters. With strategic adjustments and critical fine-tuning, there's ample opportunity for the MCU and budding DCU to rekindle the genre's enduring appeal. So these are some of the 10 lessons Marvel and DC can learn from 2023's biggest superhero movie box office bombs. Is there any other lesson you would like to add in this list? Tell us in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe this channel for more upcoming videos.